Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another New World video here. Today's video is going to be on factions in New World, basically all the ins and outs, everything you need to know, so we'll go ahead and hop right into it. There are 3 different factions in New Worlds that players can play as, and they go as follows. The Marauders are a ruthless military force bent on establishing a free nation where anyone with the strength to do so can prosper and profit. The Covenant is a fervent group of individuals that has charged itself with cleansing the land of heretics and defilers so that its true holy nature can flourish and justice can be restored. And lastly, the Syndicate is a secretive organization of immeasurable cunning and intellect in search of forbidden knowledge to usher in a new age of enlightenment. Now that we've been introduced to the factions a little bit, we're going to go ahead and learn about how to join a faction in New World. Once you arrive to Eternum, you'll be guided through a series of beginner quests on the beach. You need to complete those quests, and if you don't, you won't be guided to the nearest town next to you. Once you complete the first quest, you will then be guided to the closest town. The town is random, and it's the closest town to you to where you spawn. You'll need to continue to progress through the quest line. You'll be assigned a quest by all 3 factions later on, by all 3 faction leaders, where you will need to complete all 3 quests, and by then you should have reached level 10. At this time, you'll be able to choose which faction you want to join. But keep in mind, once you choose a faction, there is no changing to another faction without making a new character or going onto a different server. Now, once you have chosen your own faction, you can participate in faction missions. The faction you choose to join will have specific missions, both PvE and PvP. The PvE faction missions include things like crafting supplies, defeating mobs, gathering resources, and when you do complete a PvE mission, you're rewarded with faction currency, which can be used to purchase faction-specific gear. On the other hand, there's the PvP missions, and by doing the PvP missions for your faction, you're also rewarded faction currency that can be used to purchase the same gear. When doing a PvP mission, you will be auto-flagged for PvP, and if you die during the mission before completion, your mission progress will be reset. PvP missions include delivering messages or items into another territory, recovering tactical information, or patrolling a specific area. Now that you have your faction and you're doing missions, there's a few things to consider, whether it's open world faction PvP or declaring a war on a settlement. Anyone from any faction can opt into PvP while in the open world, and fighting for your faction in PvP by doing PvP quests will gain you influence for your faction in that territory. Once you have enough influence, you can declare war on the opposing settlement. This will prompt a 50 versus 50 siege war on their outpost. And the benefits of fighting wars and controlling territories is that more territories that you control as a faction will enable different buffs for all faction members. That include more damage against certain creatures of Eternum, you'll be able to find higher gear quantities or resources while gathering, and you will be able to craft higher tier items, as well as have a little more luck while looting items while traveling through the lands of Eternum. That just about wraps up factions in New World and how they can benefit you. If you guys like the video, feel free to like it. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe, because this is the type of content I'm going to be pumping out a lot. And if you guys want to see future videos, feel free to comment below and let me know what you guys want to see. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.